Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we found one Commander Clarel. It seems like we were actually able to get through to her to convince her that she was being manipulated by Corypheus, but then Erimond had to go and summon this big girl. Of course he did. Of course he did, because he is a hoe. Now then, come on people, quick sticks. We have to keep running. If we stay still for too long, she will make us regret that. Nothing around here. Oh.
You've destroyed the Grey Wardens.
You did that to yourself, you stupid bitch. All I did was dangle a little power before your eyes, and you couldn't wait to get your hands bloody. Have served a new god.
I will never serve the Blight.
I love that cutscene. I think the first time I saw that, I genuinely gasped. When the Archdemon came down and just grabbed Clarel. Ooh.
Well, this is unexpected.
We were falling. If this is the afterlife, the Chantry owes me an apology. This looks nothing like the Maker's bosom.
No. This is the Fade. The Inquisitor opened a rift. We came through. And survived. I never thought I would ever find myself here physically. Look. The Black City. Almost close enough to touch.
Oh. I think Aenor would be in shock right now. I guess she is a bit afraid because people aren't meant to come here physically. This is the land of dreams. Like, the fact that she was able to physically bring them here, I think it makes her afraid because she's like, I am a warrior. I am not a mage. I should not have this level of power, yet I've been able to do this. What the fuck? Also, the realization of Corypheus's plan would have worked. Like, if Corypheus made the anchor so that he could, you know, assault the heavens and enter the Black City and all of that. You know, for a while it was like, oh, well, maybe he wouldn't have been able to do it. Like, we don't know. This has just proved his plan would have been successful. But for the fact that we somehow ended up with the anchor, Corypheus would have succeeded, and the world would probably be ended by now. That is weird. Also, Amelia making jokes. Like, oh, the Chantry owes me an apology because this looks nothing like the Maker's bosom. Like, you know that's how she's feeling on the inside. You know it. Oh. Solus is the mage here. He's the Fade expert. Like, any thoughts?
This must be very exciting for you, Solus. Any advice you have on what exactly is going on would be wonderful.
What spirit commands this place? I have never seen anywhere like it.
It's not how I remember the Fade either. Perhaps it's because we're here physically, instead of just dreaming. The stories say you walked out of the Fade at Haven. Was it like this?
Maybe. Just give me a minute. It could have been. We really don't have any memories of that. You know, Aenor remembers the spider-looking things. She remembers them. She remembers the glowy woman, but did the Fade look like this? Who's to say?
I don't know. I still can't remember what happened the last time I did this.
Well, whatever happened at Haven, we can't assume we're safe now. That huge demon was right on the other side of that rift Erimond was using, and there could be others.
In the real world, the rift with the demons in it was nearby, in the main hall. Can we get out the same way?
I hope so. It's better than staying here. It's worth a try. Well, all we really have is hope right now.
It sounds like our best option. There. Let's go.
This is fascinating. It is not the area I would have chosen, of course. But to physically walk within the Fade.
Right. You like it here. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, literally.
Yeah, any advice?
Solus, you're the expert on this place. Anything helpful?
The Fade is shaped by intent and emotion. Remain focused, and it will lead you where you wish to go. The demon that controls this area is extremely powerful. Some variety of fear, I would guess. I suggest you remain wary of its manipulations, and prepare for what is certain to be a fascinating experience.
Great. Great. That's wonderful. Fear demon is ruling this area. Oh, I think, like I said, Aenor is definitely scared. I think she's scared of multiple things going on here. The fact that she had the power to bring the group to this place. The fact that she's in the Fade, you know, where she isn't.
That's unexpected.
Aye. Hello there. Can I look at this in peace? Okay. Fears of the Dreamers. The Pilgrim. I came to the Temple of Sacred Ashes with the faithful, ready to help at the conclave. I prayed to the Maker for peace, but the mountains shook and fell and buried me. Alone in the darkness, my legs crushed. I cried in fear of a world with no Maker, fading in and out of dreams of monsters inside the black. Light my final hours. Let me go to the Maker without the terrors of darkness confounding me. Okay. You're right.
Search the area.
Yeah, scream, yo. Okay, you're down. And you too. There we go.
Let's look around.
Okay, indeed we shall. However, there is looting to be done first. Like, it'll be that. Ring of Staggering, just in a crystal formation. Great. You wanted us to light your way, so here you go. And we get a +1 magic. That's not exactly useful for Aenor, but hell, I'll take it. A plea from the warrior to the spirits. The wolves were our allies. In the old days, before Andraste, before the Maker, we knew this to be so. But man grew tired of the chase, the hunt, the truth of fang and steel and blood. Man put seeds in the ground, tended cattle and chickens, and built fences to keep the wolves away. Men bred hounds that would heel and sit and obey, and told himself that the hounds were just as good. Now the Darkspawn come again. They break our fences, kill our cattle and chickens, burn our crops. Our dogs cower with tails between their legs, or if they fight, we fall to the poison of Darkspawn blood. We are dying, and I am shamed by my cowardice. The ways of man and hound are not enough. I come to you, spirits of the old forest. I who built fences. I who came with fire and steel to drive you away. I come to you because fear has made my arms weak. I ask you for unforgiving rage to make them strong again. Kill the hound in my heart and grow strong from the meat on its bones. In its place, give me the wolf. Words caught in the bloody ripples of ancient water in the Fade. Somehow remembered. Ooh, that is cool. That is very cool. I've got all of the blood. Oh dear. I do love that from the get-go we're kind of being introduced to fears. You know, the fear of darkness, the fear of Darkspawn, and the desire to be strong and powerful. Hello, hastily written note. A letter by a burning candle. Maker, give me strength. When the Darkspawn came to Denerim, I wept so hard that I could not see, but still I fought for you. When demons poured from the sky where the Temple of Sacred Ashes used to stand, my hand shook so badly that I could not aim my bow, but still I fought for you. When Corypheus and his archdemon destroyed Haven and killed my friends, I screamed until I had no voice, but still I fought for you. They are sending me to attack Adamant. They say that the fortress is defended by an army of demons and the odds are grim. We cannot win. But our distraction, our sacrifice, may give the important people the chance to do what is necessary. My stomach is knotted, and I see dead friends from old battles reaching out for me every time I close my eyes. I am so afraid, Maker. But still, I will fight for you. Writer unknown. Oh, whoever that soldier is, you know, Aenor desperately hopes that they survive. Whoever they are. You know, let them not die here. You alright? Hello? Oh, hello. I'll get to that in a minute. Let's get in there. Aenor, run in and back. There we go. Lovely. Hello there. Another magic. Again, if Aenor was a mage, this would probably do her more good, but unlike in Origins, where if you started putting points into magic, I'll finish my thoughts. In Origins, if you started putting points into magic, it increased the effectiveness of health potions. I don't believe that is the case in Inquisition. Walking the Fade, Frozen Moments. I once studied the Fade as a scholar, dissecting it, as a child might a rat or a frog. I was young and craved the power conquering the Fade could bring. I tried in vain to chart its paths, and when that failed, I attempted to secure them. In my arrogance, I struggled against the Fade's very nature. How does one pin down a dream? How can one control a thought so that it might travel always the same course from conception to completion? Only when I let go of my desires and humbled myself was the Fade open to me. The spirits came and took it upon themselves to be my guides, my lanterns in the darkness. At their command, the paths grew still, and I could walk them again and again. I was shown vast oceans containing not water, but memories, drawn from the minds of dreamers. I drifted through frozen moments, like paintings, perfect in each detail. As I explored this impossible realm, the spirits kept darker things at bay. I came to trust them, even love them, and I saw my own love reflected in them. To know the Fade, one cannot seek to master it. The Fade is the master, the teacher. We are merely the apprentices. Writings of Magister Callistus of Teravin, known to some as Callistus the Fade Touched. Very cool. Very nice. Give me a minute. I just have to make a cut here. 1 second. Hello again. Sorry about the cut there. I'm actually recording this on a separate day from the first part. I rather ran out of time during my last recording, so this is a little odd for me. I don't believe I've ever done this before. Now, if I remember correctly, we had just entered the Fade, we had explored this area, we had explored over there, and all that was left was going up the rather ominous-looking stairs. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, it does feel rather odd jumping into the middle of an episode. My apologies. Oh, hello. Hello, you.
What? That can't be.
I greet you, Warden. And you, Champion.
Divine Justinia. Most holy.
Cassandra.
Oh, I think Aenor is shocked, at seeing a person here, but then again, we've met Cowl. Cowl looks like a person. Spirits don't always look ethereal. They can take very humanoid-looking forms. I don't think she has any real reaction to this being Divine Justinia. To Aenor, Divine Justinia was just a woman. She wasn't anyone particularly important. To be honest, I think the thing that would be drawing her attention would be her outline. A woman wearing a big tall hat. If she were glowing, that would be the figure she saw in the Fade. That would be the figure that everyone was like, oh, Andraste, that must have been Andraste. So I think that's what would be drawing Aenor's attention. Cassandra, is it her? I thought you were dead. I don't understand. You're not her. I mean, who are we to say whether that's the real Divine or not? Cassandra would know best.
Cassandra, you knew the Divine. Is this really her?
I don't know. It is said the souls of the dead pass through the Fade and sometimes linger, but we know the spirits lie. Be wary, Inquisitor.
I don't recall the Divine glowing. In my experience, that's something spirits do.
You think my survival impossible, yet here you stand alive in the Fade yourselves. In truth, proving my existence either way would require time we do not have.
Really? How hard is it to answer one question? I'm a human, and you are?
I am here to help you. You do not remember what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, Inquisitor.
Again, that's so Amelia. She's terrified right now, but we'll cover it up with a joke. That's right. How did you know my title? Do I have you to blame? This... how do I put this? I've said before, Aenor isn't afraid of magic. She's wary of magic. just as she hopes that anyone would be wary of her, considering she's got a big fuck-off warhammer on her back. Aenor knows that she isn't a threat, but other people don't know that. Other people should be wary of her because she could potentially do a great deal of damage. And it's the exact same thing with mages. She's not going to judge them before she gets to know them, but it's a case of, you are a mage, I like magic because it is this fantastical thing that I will never do. However, you could, theoretically, do a lot of damage if you were so inclined. I'm not going to say whether I think you are or not. I'd rather get to know you, but I am going to be cautious just in case. Just like she would be cautious if she met someone with a sword, a crossbow, a regular bow, etc., etc. I don't think she is inclined to judge spirits. Again, her main line of logic is, I know that spirits will adapt based on your intent. So if I'm hostile, there is a chance that they will become hostile. So I don't think she'd want to start accusing this creature, just in case it is a spirit, and it, you know, oh, you've pissed me right off, I'm now a demon. Does this matter? I mean, Clarel shouted, "Help the Inquisitor," right next to that big fuck-off rift. Maybe the Divine, or this, maybe it's a spirit, maybe it's the soul of the Divine, maybe they heard through the rift. We don't know. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, Aenor is still missing memories. I think that's the most important thing here.
No, I don't.
The memories you have lost were taken by the demon that serves Corypheus. It is the nightmare you forget upon waking. It feeds off memories of fear and darkness, growing fat upon the terror. The false calling that terrified the wardens into making such grave mistakes? Its work.
I'd like to have a few words with this nightmare about that.
You will have your chance, brave warden. This place of darkness is its lair.
But why would this demon serve Corypheus?
Corypheus seems to have a lot of demons at his disposal. How does he command so many?
I know not how he commands his army of demons. His power may come from the Blight itself, but the nightmare serves willingly. For Corypheus has brought much terror to this world. He was one of the magisters who unleashed the first Blight upon the world, was he not? Every child's cry as the Archdemon circles. Every dwarf's whimper in the deep roads. The nightmare has fed well.
This is all well and good, but how do we get home?
Can you help us get out of the Fade?
That is why I found you. When you entered the Fade at Heaven, the demon took a part of you. Before you do anything else, you must recover it. These are your memories, Inquisitor.
Oh, hello. You're Aenor. Aenor, your memories are very hostile. What, can you do a spinny spin? Yes, on me. Look at that. One of these. There we go. And last one, I think. There we go. Nice. Excellent. Now, before we do anything, I want to talk to you.
We only have a short time. Ask what you must.
Do you remember what happened? Tell me about this anchor. Is anything here real? Tell me of the nightmare. Please tell me what you are. Let's go around.
You must know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
As must you. The answer lies in your memories, lost to the nightmare when you last walked the Fade.
Or you could just tell me.
Will you trust my words? Trust what you have seen.
That's a fair response. However, this is the Fade. This is the realm of dreams. We can't even really trust what we see here, because what we see could be being impacted by our emotions. So we can't trust what she says, and we can't necessarily trust what we see. Yeah, do you know anything about this anchor?
What can you tell me about this mark on my hand?
Recover your memories to learn how the mark came to be upon your hand. As for what it is the needle that pulls the thread, as well as the key.
I don't understand.
It is the needle that passes through the veil, as little else can. You are the thread, and it is the key that locks or unlocks the door to the Fade. It lets you walk in the Fade physically, and survive. Without it, Corypheus must find another way to the Black City. It is part of you now, and cannot be removed without your death.
Lovely. Fantastic. I think Aenor had probably guessed that. Or, she probably thinks, probably the only way to remove this would be, to cut off my hand. And considering that she is a two-handed sword user, I doubt she'd be in any rush to do that. She is probably thinking, what will my clan make of this? Because, as I've stated before, she has no intention of remaining as Inquisitor once Corypheus is dealt with. Once that's all done and dusted, she intends on going back to her clan, maybe introducing Solus to them, and then after that, Solus will probably want to go and explore some ruins, and if he'd have her, I think she'd happily go along with him. I think she's gotten a bit of a taste for adventure. Seeing all the things that she'd never get to see with her clan. Going home eventually, but just having little adventures every now and then. Yeah, what of this nightmare?
I'd like to know more about the nightmare.
It is not simply fear. It is the terror you cannot remember, the horror your mind erases to protect you. When old memories no longer make the veteran soldier's hand tremble, it is because the nightmare has taken them. Most people avoid their fears. It is simple for the demon to steal the darkest fragments. They forget, and it feeds. Corypheus has helped it grow monstrous.
That does almost sound kind. It almost sounds like compassion.
It makes people forget the worst parts of their fears. It almost sounds like the nightmare is helping people.
Perhaps it was once. But now, it helps none but Corypheus. By his hand, it creates more fear and grows even stronger. In any case, robbing people of their fears is never a kindness. At best, it is a mistake born of compassion. Without fear and pain and failure, we cannot learn. We cannot grow, as you cannot grow until you recover all that was taken from you.
This nightmare is I do like that. It's a rather dark reflection of what Cole could become if he went down a terrible, terrible path.
So, all of this is just a dream? Part of the Fade?
It is not just a dream. The minds of mankind are made real here. Their hopes, their loves, and their fears. What changes their world also changes this one. And yours are footsteps that move mountains in both. Tread carefully, Inquisitor. This ground is more treacherous than you know.
And are you willing to say one way or the other? Are you Divine Justinia or are you a spirit?
So can you tell me what you are?
I told you. I am helping you.
Yes, but are you her, or some kind of Fade remnant of her? Or a spirit imitating her?
Our world is never that simple. What if the answer is none of those things? Or all of them? I am what the Maker made me. The question is, are you what the Maker made you, Inquisitor?
I don't believe in the Maker. Why me? I'm right where I should be. I think this was an accident. Oh, God. Both of these fit. Both of these really fit, because she doesn't believe in the Maker. And I do think it does piss her off that so much of her actions are attributed to the Maker and Andraste. There is this very Chantry-centric view of what the Inquisition is doing, and it is kind of wiping away her Dalish heritage. You know, all the things that make her, all of her elfiness, as Sarah would put it, is kind of being glossed over and ignored for, you know, what is acceptable within the confines of the Chantry. So I could quite easily see Aenor saying this, but she does also think this was all an accident. She was in the wrong place at the wrong time, or maybe the right place at the right time, but it was all coincidence. It wasn't through the act of any god, not even the elven gods. The elven gods are gone. Like, they are not present anymore, so she wouldn't even attribute this to them. It was simply an accident. Here's the reason why I don't immediately go for this is because, there goes my timer, I'm worried this is going to come out as like, oh, the Maker is stupid and it's bollocks and all the Chantry folks can get fucked. Because Aenor does not believe that in the slightest. She doesn't believe in the Maker, but she's not going to slag someone else off for believing that. Just as she would hope that people wouldn't slag her off for believing in the elven gods. Like, I could see my Kadash. To be fair, my Kadash didn't believe in the Maker, but you bet your ass she was willing to exploit that belief. She was like, oh yeah, the Maker! You fucking saps. Yeah, the Maker totally did this. You losers, I'm gonna take your money. So I don't know if my Kadash would say that, but she has the personality for something like this, something this harsh. But again, it was an accident, but the Maker was involved. Oh, I don't know. My gut says this.
Seems like I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Or perhaps you were precisely where you were meant to be.
Just as the Maker intended, I suppose.
Perhaps.
You still haven't answered my question. What are you?
I am what you see. All other answers rest in you.
Oh, that was a good shout. That was literally exactly what I said. She was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh, yes.
Tell me why you're here. Why take part in this?
After heaven, I hid here. I watched quietly, learned what I could, and searched for some way to help. And then you came.
I don't know what that means.
Orpheus and a nightmare do an injustice to the world. You must stop them. Perhaps you were meant to stop them. Perhaps that is why I am here.
We should keep moving.
Oh, I don't think that Aenor believes that that's the Divine. It's simply too unlikely. Like, at this stage, I'm not 100% sure how many months it has been since the destruction of the Conclave, but I would say it has to at least have been, like, 6 to 8 months. At the very least, since, you know, the destruction of the Conclave and Haven. And the idea that the Divine, the human Divine, would be able to survive in the Fade for 6 to 8 months, it's so unlikely. And I'm not just talking about hostile demons. I'm talking like, what would she eat? What would she drink? You know, things like that. It just doesn't make much sense. I think Aenor is probably thinking that's a spirit of faith. That is a spirit of faith that connected so strongly with Justinia that it's kind of become her. And if that's the case, who are we to say that she isn't the divine? If she believes herself to be the divine, good for her. You do you, love. Alrighty then, I'm going to bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, Aenor begins recovery of her memories. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below. And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.